Good day, everyone, and welcome to Miss T's Crafty Corner. You guessed it, I'm Miss T. I am so excited about today's video, and I want to take a moment to thank all of you that have tuned in to craft with me on today. For today's project, we will need the following: two pieces that measure 6 by 1, two pieces that measure 4 1/4 by 2, one piece that measures 7 1/2 by 1, embellishment, one velcro dot, which is optional, and I'll also be using some flat pearls, which is also optional. Look at this beautiful piece of decorative cardstock. We will need one piece that measures 12 by 12. So I know you're wondering, what are we making? Isn't this just beautiful? This lovely mini paper purse. It measures 4 by 6 and is 1 inch wide. Look at that beautiful handle. We've got the flat pearls here. It has feet. Isn't that beautiful? And when you open it up, it has the Velcro on the inside. It's good for small trinkets, gift cards, cash. Isn't this just lovely? We're going to make it. So let's get started. We will start with our 12 by 12 piece of decorative cardstock. We're going to score at 3, rotate to the opposite side, and score at 3 again. Rotate your paper clockwise one time, score at 4, score at 5, score at 9, and score at 9 1/2. While we have our scoreboard out, let's go ahead and score all of our pieces. Our 2 1 by 6 score at 1/2 each. We will score our 7 1/2 by 1. Now we want to score our 2 2 by 4 1/4. Let's start on the 2-inch side. Score at 1/2, 1, and 1 1/2. Rotate once clockwise and score at 1/2. We will do the same thing on the remaining piece. We will score at 1/2, 1, 1 1/2. Rotate once clockwise and score at 1/2. We want to bring back in our piece of 12 by 12. We're going to fold and burnish all of our score marks. This paper is just beautiful, but you do have to be a little delicate with it so that it doesn't crack. Let me bring that back into focus. We're going to fold and burnish all of our score marks. Now that we have folded, we're going to burnish. Burnish means to simply go over the fold. Depending on your paper, you don't want to press down too hard. So I'm going to go over the folds with my Posh Paper Lady big old spatula. So next, we want to go back to the two pieces that were 3 inches each and fold them in. The inside for our beautiful mini purse. And as you can see, even though I did 3 and 3, there's still a little extra in the middle, and that's why when you're doing something that requires the same amount of inches on both sides, it's best to rotate your paper, because there are times when our paper is not a true piece of 12 by 12. I'll bring in my glue pad, and now I'm going to add glue. I'm adding glue and working that glue. I've got my paper towel ready for any that may come out. You want to see that, your glue has gotten to your edges. So I've worked in that glue. I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing here. Now we want to find all of the other score marks that we made. There's one here. I've got one here. One here. And there's one here. And I'm not going to press too hard on this beautiful paper. And as you can see, we're starting to have the frame for our bag. We want to bring in our two pieces that measure 1 by 6. We're going to add glue on both sides. I'm going to add one here. That's very pretty. And then I'm going to add one at the top. Just add your glue on both sides of your paper. Lay this down. Give it a bend. And I will just give that a burnish so that it's laying down. This is very pretty. And now we want to bring in our two pieces that measure 2 by 4 1/4. First, I'm going to fold. This is called the accordion fold. And we want it to look like an M for the side that we're going to be using. We would do that on both of them. The accordion fold. Remember, we made the 1/2 inch on both. You're going to fold that over, and we're going to remove this tab and this tab on both of our pieces. Fold that over, remove this tab and this tab. We want to remove the outside tab on both of our pieces, and I'll be right back. So we've added glue to our tabs. Let's bring our piece back in. And we made a score right here, and this will fit in here. Let me show you that in the camera. Let's see if we can get that. See right there? You want this to fit in there. So I'm going to lay it back down. You don't want it on the score mark. You want it inside. I'm going to lay it down and give it a good burnishing. I'm actually going to let it sit for a minute because it does take a minute. Paper crafting and glue is not forgiving when it comes to this paper. It'll eat right through it. So when working on your projects, you want to allow good time for it to set so that it doesn't come back up. I'm speaking from experience where it's come back up, and then I've tried to lay it down again, and then before I know it, the glue has eaten through the paper. I've given that a few seconds to take. So now I'm going to lay these down, but I'm going to add glue here, and I'm going to add glue here. We're going to bring them up one at a time. Let's see if you can see that. Now I'm going to lay it down and give it a good burnish. Okay. Then I'm going to bring this one up. I already put the glue there. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to give it a good burnish. We want these to really take, so I'm not going to do anything else further right now. Let this glue set. So I'm going to just pinch these a little bit for that glue to really take on both sides. Then I'm going to add glue here and here. And bring both of these up. This is going to be a beautiful mini paper purse, like a designer bag. Now what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to hold them and I'll be right back. As you can see, I decided to work that glue just a little bit longer on both sides. I'm going to add the Velcro dot while we're waiting on the glue to set. I'm going to place the soft end up at the top. Let me close this and determine where I want this to be. This is very nice. So I'm going to put it about right here. So what I'm going to do with the Velcro dot is remove that piece, add just a little bit of glue to the back, and place it here. I think I've got good placement. Maybe bring it down just a little. Okay. That's the top. And then I'm going to work it in a little bit, work that glue in. Then I'm going to take the bottom, put it back on the top, and add a little bit of glue to the back of it. Then I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to lay this down and get my placement, but I don't want to disturb the Velcro dot at this time. Give it an opportunity to take. And while we're doing that, I'm going to bring back in my piece that measures 7.5 by 1, fold it in half, and this becomes our handle. I'm going to add glue. I think I'll use my paper towel this time because I really want to bring it to the edge. And now I'll give it a curl with my bone folder. I really like curling handles. What is your repetitive motion while crafting that you like to do? Got that done. I'm going to clip at a slight angle on both of my ends. Just a slight angle. And then bend this back about 1/2 of an inch on both sides. Add my glue. Do a little fit on where I'd like to have my handle, and I think that's good, about right there. And then right here on this side. And I'm just going to hold these down, but I'll turn and let you see what I did. So now that we have those two, I'm going to hold this just for a minute to allow this an opportunity to set. I didn't show this in the beginning, but I think I'm going to do something different. I'm just going to add a little bit of bling here. I think that's pretty. And I'm going to add a little piece right here. This is some of the bling I used to accent my mini purse. You can see it there on the top of the bag. Now I'm going to add my embellishment. Add some glue to the back and place it down in the middle. This is just beautiful. See how simple this was? One more thing, we're going to add some feet to the bottom of our bag. I've got my flat pearls. I'm going to add some feet to the bottom. So I've got these four that are matching. Bring them to the corner as close as you can get them. Put one here, one there, one here, and one here. Let's see if it'll stand up. Oh, and it does. Isn't that just adorable? I've got the bling here on the top. We've got the cute little handle. We've got our embellishment. We've got our feet. Let's try our Velcro dot and see if it's taken. Not quite, but I'm going to open it. Look at that. Small trinkets, cash, gift cards. Close it back up. When finished, it measures 4 by 6 by 1. Look at the sides. And it's very easy to make. I think the Velcro dot is ready on this one. Look at that. It just opens and closes without any difficulty. So now that it's finished, and you've heard me say that it could be used for a gift card, for candies. Look at what I have. Something I just put together. A few pieces of candy using some of the scrap paper. Goes in there just like that. And then a gift card. Place it in like that. And I'm still able to close our mini purse and stand it up. Something like this is so practical, but yet, say if you were in a book club or a small group and you all share little gifts with one another from time to time, something like this could be so nice just to share with someone. Now I'm going to bring my second mini paper purse back in, open it up. You heard me mention a small pack of tissue. See how easily that goes in? And also another gift card. You know, a lot of times it really is all about presentation. I hope that you have found these instructions easy to follow and that you too can make this beautiful little mini paper purse and have fun doing so. As always, remember, it's not how you start, but how you finish. Again, I'm Miss T, and thank you for choosing to craft with me.